morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Jose here on the Squeaky Chair, welcoming you to another episode of Amazing Worlds. I've been a little bit busy, exam season at school, but anyhow, here we are, and today with The Crow by James O'Barr, special edition. This has been a recent reread that I've done, and the first thing that caught my attention, that surprised me, was how old this comic actually is. The first edition goes back to 1981. So some of you of a certain generation, like mine, will probably know a lot more the movie The Crow, starring Brandon Lee, than the comic. But I'm not going to talk about the adaptation and how it translated from comic to movie. That's for someone else. That's a different story. I am here to talk about the comic. So James O'Barr, American artist, American writer, brought up in the foster care system. So judging by old movies, TV shows, anything like that, not exactly the best place. It's incredible that something like this came out of that. And to understand the work of The Crow, you need to understand his personal life. So James O'Barr, one day, he hadn't paid the insurance on his car, license was expired type thing. He didn't want to get stopped by the police one more time because they would have revoked his driving license. So he decided to call his girlfriend at the time and asked her to pick him up. Unfortunately, on the way to picking him up, a drunk driver crashed into his girlfriend's car and she died in the accident. So James went through a massive period of grief that lasted a few years, and out of that came The Crow, which is a reflection of his personal life on the comic. So the story follows The Crow, which is this brought back to life to exact revenge character who gets killed by a gang of hoodlums, thieves, gangster dudes, whatever. And they also rape and kill his girlfriend. So he gets brought back to life by the Crow, an actual bird crow, a psychopomp, to exact his revenge on the gang that murdered him and his girlfriend in such a gruesome way. The story is just a revenge tale as the Crow goes one by one, killing all the different gang members that were involved in his murder those many years ago. Perhaps the story lacks a little bit of sort of tension. I was going to say drama, but it is a drama. But what I mean in the sense of it's just a series of revenge executions of revenge murders. The main protagonist is never really in any danger of anything. He is just making his way through all the different killings until his task is complete and he can rejoin his loved one back in death. So that's it, really. But what really draws you into the story is the art, with the shades of grey and the contrasts and the light and dark play with the black and white is really, really very good. It reminded me a little bit of a Spanish artist, Enrique Sanchez Abuli, who did the Torpedo series with Jordi Bernat. And kind of also reminiscing of the work that Frank Miller did in the Sin City series. Maybe not to such a degree, but equally astounding. Some pages seem to also have been left a little bit in the original pencils, so the inking isn't that clear or that marked, but the story, it's and the atmosphere in this sort of rundown Gothic type urban decay setting suits the story down to a T. This particular special edition I really recommend. It comes from it comes with an extra intro from James O'Barr reflecting on how and why he wrote the comic. It also includes a few extra pages that actually have to be pulled out of the original printing of the book. Back in the day, because of the printing machines they had to work on predefined number of pages because of the way the papers were folded and cut and stapled together. So the original comic didn't fit into a specific number of pages, so they had to be cut out, and they have been included back in here. I don't think they really add much to the story. There's a couple of fairly airy, dreamlike scenes, and there's also another pretty sort of dreamy sequence with the crow watching a horse from the train that really don't add anything to the plot of the story, although there isn't that much of a plot. But it all adds to the whimsical, for lack of a better word, setting of the story. James O'Barr never really did any other work apart from The Crow. Really, he did a few illustrations, a few things here and there. I believe other authors took the concept of The Crow and wrote kind of similar revenge tales story using the name The Crow, but it's not really written or drawn by James O'Barr. I haven't read them. I haven't checked them out. It doesn't really sort of call my attention, but and I think this story is a one-of-a-kind story, and once it has been told, there is no need for more of the same. Anyway, short video, but keep it nice, keep it sweet. This is my recommendation. I think this edition is really, really good. I think it was excellent value for money. It's one of those stories that every few years I come back to and read again. And just what I really appreciated this time round again was the beauty of the art, which I think first time I read it, I kind of have forgotten about it, but I really, really enjoy these stories where the use of light and shade, black and white, on ink work is done to such a level of detail. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Thank you to my new subscribers. Slowly creeping up, making it up. It'd be great to be up to 75 before the end of the year. But in any case, please, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Send me a message, anything. What are you reading? What are you up to? What do you recommend? Thank you very much, Ian, for the suggestions on horror. I'm still looking for a few more, but I quite like the look of those books you recommended. Everyone, take lots of care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.